Hiya, it's me, Kevin, from the boardroom, here with another 2x2 Tuesday. Today we're talking about risk. In business, risk is everywhere. If you wanted to avoid risk, you wouldn't have started this venture in the first place. So it's not a question of just hoping it'll all go away. It's about how you identify what the key risks and how you prioritize which risks you're going to focus on. So I'm going to give you a technique to help with this. First of all, we want to plot impact against likelihood. That's the impact of a risk occurring, high, low, versus the likelihood. So this is stuff that happens every day. This is stuff that wipes your business out. That's a nice scenario. The stuff that sits in low, low. So it's, you know what, it's pretty unlikely this is going to happen. If it does, it's not a big deal. This is just stuff you ride out. It's business as usual type stuff. There's a little bit about resilience in here, I think. Although I think that probably kind of goes over to here as well. This is not a big deal. It's just part of running a business. There's always a few little hiccups along the way. Fine. The stuff that's likely to happen, you can see it happening. You can see it likely to happen. You can see it on the horizon. And maybe low impact in the business. This is about flexibility and also about redundancy. It's about, let me see, it's likely that during the working week your printer's going to run out of paper at some point. You have backup paper. You say, oh well, we've got another supply here. That's fine. It's not going to stop the business, and your customers wouldn't be very impressed, wouldn't be very patient with you if every time something like that happened you said, oh my gosh, no, we can't help you today. So this is about just knowing it's going to happen and saying, well, what are we going to do when it does happen? As we move over to the stuff that's high impact and kind of unlikely, it's significant enough you need some kind of protection, but you wouldn't necessarily build your whole business infrastructure around the likelihood of this thing happening. So it might be that you say, well, protection, this is the kind of thing that you maybe insure for. It's a bit like a lot of homeowners will have accidental damage insurance on their house. It's unlikely something that they do during a DIY session is really going to flatten the house, but they can't afford to buy a new house should that happen. So they say, you know what, the risk is so significant, no matter how unlikely it is, I think I kind of want to be covered for that. The one area left, and this is the kind of scary stuff, this is high impact, high likelihood. There's probably a zone and it's something like that. You know what, if you've got something in this space, these are fundamental issues. This is about your fundamental infrastructure and concept. If you have built a museum of fine porcelain and you've done that in an earthquake zone, that was just a bad idea. There's no insurance that's going to cover you for that. There's no backups going to cover you. You need to go right back to basics. A good exercise, draw this up yourself, maybe get some post-it notes, plot the risks that you're thinking of on this kind of matrix, and then work through them in the business and see which ones you really need to be focusing on and what kind of protections you can put in place. I'm Kevin from the boardroom. This is 2x2 Tuesday, and that's been Risk. We'll see you again soon.